Hi guys! Welcome to our Canada launch party. Of course, I am playing a little Beyonce in the background because who run the world, right? So Alexa, my girl Alexa is helping me right now. So I'm gonna turn her off. So hi everyone, thank you so much for joining the party. Hi Teal, hi Jess. I am so excited to kick this off with you guys tonight. This is such an honor. I just love this company so much, and I think you'll find it. Alexa's still trying to talk to me. She wants to join the party. And so I get to kick it off today and just share my story. And so a little bit about me. My name is Erin. I have been an artist since December, so not very long at all. But I am a fangirl, as you can see. My poor husband is not too happy. I hung this up with nails in her drywall. But it's worth it, right guys? Isn't it so cute? I haven't been doing this very long, but I am just so happy to be a part of it. I am so all in. And you know, this makeup is unlike any other makeup I've ever tried. And I think you all probably feel that way if you're artists. When I joined, I realized that Maskcara was unlike anything I've ever been a part of. So hopefully you'll see that in my heart today. So Maskcara being more than makeup. So I think that a lot of this message right now, and based on a conversation with our founder, Kara, a couple days ago, it's about really getting out of your comfort zone. And when you're out of your comfort zone, you grow, right? And so I just was making a quick list of things that I've tried or done since becoming a Maskcara artist, because I thought it would be fun just to see kind of how out of my comfort zone I've become. And so I took notes on my little kid's little paper. You guys see that? He's learning about dinosaurs and numbers, because mom life, right? So I just wanted to go over a couple things. So shout out in the comments if you have tried these things, because I want to hear. I learned how to use my good camera. I got a really good camera years ago, and I finally learned how to use it for Maskcara selfies, right? So shout out if you have taught yourself how to learn to use a camera. Google is amazing. I tried an escape room. You guys, I am claustrophobic, and I went into an escape room with my husband, and it was called Coven, and it was really scary, but I did it, and I was fearless. I went to an authentic boxing class taught by an actual fighting coach. It's kind of in a rundown gym around here, but it is so awesome. And I never would have tried anything like that before. I would not have had the confidence to show up to an authentic boxing class. Wearing a red lip in public, right? Axe throwing. If you guys have not been axe throwing, it's super fun. It's really scary at first. Botox, you guys, fully admit it. We're all girls here. It's a sisterhood. I tried Botox. I was confident enough to talk about it, and I said, you know what? I want to try it for myself. And I think the next thing that really got me out of my comfort zone was I handed my business cards out to a stranger after striking up a conversation. So I would have never struck up a conversation with anyone in the past. And I didn't do it to sell. I did it because I truly believe in this makeup. And people ask me all the time when I'm out what makeup I'm wearing. And it just strikes up a conversation, and it's so fun, and you make new friends. And so I see a lot of comments here. Axe throwing, yes, you guys have to try it. I will say I probably didn't need Botox with this makeup because everybody will go on and on about how it's amazing for mature skin, but hey, I just wanted to try it. So yes, business cards, hand them out everywhere. Yeah. I mean, axe throwing, everything. So I just wanted to share some things that got me out of my comfort zone from becoming an artist, from joining this sisterhood. And so now drop something in there, you guys, of something that you've been wanting to try, but it makes you uncomfortable. You haven't had the time. And so drop that in there. And I love to see, I can't wait to try these products. Because that's something definitely you're going to have to do. And I hope that you're going to want to do after these videos, right? So I just want to share my story a little bit with you guys. So like I said, 3.5 months ago, I joined as an artist. My upline, Katie, is a friend from high school that I reconnected with, and she's beautiful. And I said, man, she looks amazing, and I want to try this product. I had spent so much money at Sephora. I think I'm like a VIB every year, or Rouge, whatever the highest is, right? And I'm like, you know what? Might as well try a different thing, right? And so I tried it, and I immediately knew it was different. So the product was different. I immediately knew. About a month later, I became an artist. And about a month after that is when this whole thought of a mascara is more than makeup really started to apply to me in my life. So rewind 8 years ago, I was sitting in my then boyfriend's college apartment bathroom, sitting on the floor. We had been dating for 2 months. We were both in, you know, those entry-level jobs, a couple years out of college. Yes, we were out of college, and he still had his college apartment. I was sitting on the floor staring at a positive pregnancy test. At that time, that whole saying rings true, right? Where you, when you're your best self, you meet the person who you're supposed to be with. It happens when you least expect it. I had just gotten done running a half marathon, bucket list item. I was coaching a high school basketball team, a dream of mine. And then I'm sitting on the floor in a college apartment bathroom by myself with a positive pregnancy test. And at that moment, I felt like my dreams had stopped. I felt like everything was over, right? And so those next 9 months were a lot of turmoil, and it was crazy, and I couldn't believe this was happening. And the minute we had Paxton, our firstborn, everything changed. And you mamas out there, give a shout out in the comments. You know, the minute you have your first baby, your whole life changes. And so at that point in the hospital, Caleb and I never really talked about it, but I think we just both knew we are going to make an awesome life for us and our babies. And we set out from there just to start our dream. And so we went from living in a 3-bedroom, small little ranch. I remember I was 6 months pregnant with a baby, knocking down walls. We went from that to living in Atlanta, Georgia, living in Chicago, my husband starting his own business, us both climbing the corporate ladder, and finally moving back to Central Illinois, where we're from, and making 6 times our salary that we made 8 years ago. And I remember in November sitting with Caleb, and I looked at him and I said, honey, we finally did it. Like, we made it. We achieved our dreams. We can finally take a breather. We can take a break. Like, this is going to be amazing. We've been moving forever. We've been having babies. We've been losing sleep. We're sleeping through the night. We are in our dream home. And he said, yes, we are. He said, but now what's your dream? It's your turn. And you guys, I could not answer his question, because the last 8 years I spent helping him build our dream. And that was what we chose. And I was happy to do it until I wasn't. And at that point, I realized that I could not answer what my dream was. I could not remember who that girl was that ran the half marathon, that coached the basketball team, that, you know, had so much fun in everything I did. And a week later, I still could not answer him. It wasn't until about 2 months later that I went to Caleb, to my husband, and I said, I think I know my dream. And, you know, and he was all ears, and we had talked about so many things, and I have had so many opportunities in my career, right? And so I think he was thinking, okay, what's the next thing? What are you going to tackle? Boss woman, let's go. And I said, it's time for me to stay home and focus on my babies and focus on myself. And God love him. He was so supportive, but I think it shocked him. And I was so at peace and so confident in that decision that day. And I know 1000% that I would not have arrived, number one, at that decision. Number two, that I would not have been able to say that so confidently if it weren't for the sisterhood that I had in Maskcara. If it weren't for the confidence that had been built up in me in the past couple of months with the Maskcara tribe. And so, shout out to all you artists out there. Drop a little hand in the comments if you're an artist and you have been active on our Facebook page. I will tell you, the first time I got into the group and was on the Facebook page, I probably spent 2 hours scrolling through the comments, scrolling through the posts, and every single one of those posts and comments was so uplifting, was so supportive, so helpful. We have artists in there that take hours to create resources for themselves and share without anything to ask in return. And I tell you one thing, that is not by accident. Kara and the leaders of Maskcara have created this culture that is unlike any other. And I can say that confidently because my career for the past 11 years has been at a Fortune 50 company, consulting their independent contractors and small business owners on how to be more profitable. And the one thing that I always coach to is your culture. And that is the hardest thing for them to create, but the number one indicator of long-term success. And so that is why I am so all in. That is why I totally believe in this product, in this group, in our founder. If you follow Kara on Instagram, you'll know that she's very involved in foster care, awareness, and support. And just uplifting women. So go follow her. She's at Maskcara on Instagram. But I'm telling you guys, if it were not for this company, this group, this sisterhood, I would not have found that woman again. Or it would have been a very long time. And you mommies out there know, if you're not focusing on yourself, if you're not your best self, then your kids suffer, your husband suffers. And I already see such a change in our family. And so I am just so honored to kick off Canada expansion. Like I said, you guys, the sky's the limit. This is catching fire everywhere. So if you've thought about joining, I'm just going to say, throughout my entire life since having Paxton, right? Because life just starts when you have your kids. I have always chosen the path that is uncomfortable. My husband has always chosen the path that is uncomfortable. Even when faced with easier choices that make a lot of sense at the time. And we've almost said in our lives, like, we're going to choose what's uncomfortable because we know that's where growth happens. So if you have been on the fence, I will just say, please, please, please talk with the artist that invited you here. They obviously believe in you. Do something that's uncomfortable whether it be whatever you dropped in the comments that you want to go skydiving or whatever. But if it is joining this artist program, I promise you will have so much support behind you with your artist and with the whole group. And what's so amazing is we get to go to Vegas later this year. And I will say too, that was another thing I had said, I don't think I'm going to go. You guys, I'm going this year. How amazing is that going to be? So I am going to look through some of the comments, and I just want to open it up before the comments and talk about my giveaway. So in honor of it being nicer weather, spring break-ish time, I'm leaving for spring break tomorrow. I am going to give away one of my favorite products, and it is the Stay Spray with SPF. And so you better believe I'll be bringing this to the beach. This is, so if you don't know what our Stay Spray is, it is amazing. And a lot of us use it almost as a primer and then a setting spray. And there's Stay without SPF, with SPF. And so this will be my giveaway. So go ahead and let's do this. Drop a sun emoji in the comments if you want this Stay Spray. And then after I get off the live, I will announce the winner. And so let's go ahead and just open it up for questions. Like I said, I hope my story resonated with you guys. I truly hope that you felt my heart. I hope that you see that the rest of the artists that are going to speak today, their heart is so there, so with this company, and I know the sky's the limit. So I'm seeing a lot of sunshine, and I'm going to go through the comments and try to answer some of your questions. So that's what we're here for. Love being an artist. Yes, you can only grow from moments that are uncomfortable. So true, you guys. Laura says, I'm excited and scared at the same time. That's where you grow, sister. That is where you grow, when you are uncomfortable and you just jump right in. You just have to jump right in, believe me. Sink or swim, you'll figure it out. I've noticed support from Maskcara artists already. Everyone willing to answer questions. Oh my gosh, so true. So here's what I'm going to do too. I think this is really important. I want you guys to consider if you have friends in Canada too. I had almost the mentality shift today to say, hey, you know what? This product is so amazing. I'm going to let everybody else tell me no. And if they tell me no, that's okay, because they're missing out. And so I want you to think through that. Think through, hey, I really want to get in on the front end of this and tell somebody about it. Sarah Ralph asked, we can't get any Stay Spray with SPF in Canada, can we? And I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know if any of the artists out there know and can answer Sarah. I would assume that you can. I know that it was also announced by Kara a couple days ago that we're getting 5 new products. I don't know if I can announce what they are, so I won't. But we are getting 5 new amazing products. I'm going to scoop all of them up, and they're only going to be available to artists for at least the first part. So that's another reason to join, right guys? Scared to take the leap, but really want to. Love this company. It's different from any other. You guys, it really is. And you know, we're going to have some artists on to talk about that too, how different this experience is. This is the first time I've ever sold anything, been a part of a company as a sales organization. But I can definitely tell you, artists that have been with other sales companies, a lot transfer here and say that it's so much different because they don't feel that overwhelming pressure to have to hit minimums. We're just here for you at whatever pace you want to go at. So I know for me, I am gonna want to replace that salary I just left and then some. I know for others, this will just be a fun thing for you to share, and that's okay. that doesn't make you any less of an artist. I know that there's some of us that have never even worn makeup before. That's okay. This is so easy. You don't need to have a ton of experience to join. So I know it can be scary, but just know that you have the support, and know that you can make of it what you want. So don't ever feel like you're gonna have to have that pressure. Another great part with Maskcara is you don't have to buy inventory and keep it. And so maybe some other cosmetic companies you've seen, to be a consultant, you have to have inventory, and that really can set you back as far as an investment. So let's see. Is the entire line of products going to be available at launch, or will it slowly trickle in? Looks like Lene. No, okay, so looks like SPF will not be available in Canada yet. So I'm assuming then the answer to that question is it will slowly trickle in. But I have no doubt it will be there in no time. So it looks like it's a regulation thing. So we'll get through it, guys. Locals here in my small town have been so supportive. So I just see so many great comments. Hopefully I answered some of your questions. Hopefully you've just seen that this is for really everyone. You just have to take the leap and do what makes you uncomfortable. And this is just so much more than makeup, you guys. So thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to go listen to some more Beyonce. I'll talk to you guys later.